Hi, I'm Dr. Kaisar Rafiq, CEO of Discover Pakistan, Pakistan's first tourism TV channel, launched recently and have become Pakistan's most watched TV channel in less than 6 months. For Global Tourism Forum, I will be moderating the session today with the topic of the power of media on tourism recovery in post COVID 19 era. Joining me here today are Dr. Zulfikar Kazmi, most decorated Pakistani based in Washington, D.C. He's a dialogue expert, founding director, The Common Grounds, the organization to promote interculture, human harmony, and director, World Media Association. My second guest would be Mr. Amar Ali, honorary goodwill ambassador of Silk Route, appointed by Chinese government. Alongside the trade, Mr. Ali have been working to develop the tourism ties between Pakistan and China. On my right side, Dr. Mohammad Kamran, first Pakistani to earn PhD in tourism from Spain. He is currently the tourism consultant to Chief Minister Gilgit-Baltistan. He is also the head of social media team of Prime Minister of Pakistan. Our fourth guest today is Mr. Imran Igra, social activist, businessman based in New York, but he always has his heart in Pakistan. He's always doing things between Pakistan and United States and always trying to promote the tourism between the two countries. Coming to our topic, the power of media on tourism recovery in post-COVID era. My first question to my panelists would be, tourism industry is one of the biggest industries which got hit by COVID-19. Now, how the media can help the tourism industry to revolve back? I start with Mr. Kazmi.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kaisar, for raising this question. It's a million-dollar question because timely manner we have to address the issues and the questions. This question that how we could tackle this problem while we are suffering because of the COVID-19. It's a very, very important time that how media could play a role to give a better understanding to the people that how they could be useful for the people, for the information. Media have a power. They can communicate, and afterward, the society could implement, and society could be moving. Because in COVID situation, what we have seen, that people have been stuck somewhere. So they have only one line, that's a line of information, and the media keep it. So this is very important. Thank you very much for raising this question.
Very good. I think the very good point Mr. Kazmi has raised. The media is definitely a power. Media is something which can reach every home, and especially during the COVID, the statistics are that the people have watched TV channel like they never done before. So therefore, I think the media has this role to promote these industries. Mr. Amar Ali.
In my view, all over the world, tourism is a very big industry, but only it can flourish when you have the opportunity to let the other people know more about your country. And how they will get to know more about your country. Right now, the biggest channel is the media. You have to pass a soft image of Pakistan and let the other countries, especially I must say, right now China is a very big tourist nation. We have to encourage them. We have to invite them to come over to Pakistan to have a look at the beautiful scenery of Pakistan, the mountains and the beaches. Even though for this desert, we also have a very beautiful desert. So there is a lot of attraction in Pakistan.
Definitely. I think there's one more thing I would like to add, that all we still are under the COVID-19. There are lots of countries, they still have lots of handicaps, lots of bans, the flights are limited. So I think what we need to do is alongside promotion of tourism, we need to handle the tourists with the complete SOPs as well. The life must goes on, that's what they says. But at the same time, we have to be careful at every stage so that the spread doesn't come along again, because that is another part of how to save the economy, especially the tourism economy, that we need to continue with the SOPs. We need to continue with awareness about how to protect yourself from the SOPs. And also, one more thing I would like to say, that in lots of countries, in Pakistan as well, lots of people, they are not so much inclined to get the vaccination. So we need to give them the message as well to get vaccinated. This is something which is very important. Mr. Muhammad Kamran, I would come to you, please. Your opinion on that.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, thank you very much for having me, Dr. Saab. As you know, tourism used to be one of the biggest industry when it comes to earn revenue for each country. Tourism always play important role in the GDP of especially the developing countries. So through this media, we can ensure, we can let people know the latest about each country, the measures or the guidelines each country or each destination has. Also, we can ensure them that keeping those SOPs on hand, taking care of those all guidelines, if you are fully aware, you can keep your health safe, and then you can also take part in this industry as well.
Great. I agree with that. Definitely, that not only we need to provide the information about the tourism, but also we need to provide the health information as well, and the tips how one can be safe and promote all the SOPs. Mr. Agra.
Such fine panel, very little left to say. Everybody knows that media has access to the masses' living rooms and their bedrooms. What could be more direct messaging than the media itself, especially electronic media and social media? They are the finest, most precise tool to get your message across. In Pakistan, it hasn't been tried yet. I really applaud your effort, Dr. Kaisar Rafiq Sahib, and people who support you in your team for launching Discover Pakistan and creating awareness not only in international audience, at the same time locally as well. I know 9 out of 10 people know that they don't know what exists in the northern areas. They know it's beautiful, but they don't know what it looks like. But through media, we can really show them what it looks like before they head that way. So if the government and its entrepreneurs and its business community make sure that when a foreigner or a local personnel come and visits a unique place with the family or individual, they feel safe. Safety should be portrayed through media so the client, customer, or visitor can be at ease. I think this should be the number one job of media.
Perfect, great. My second question would be, virtual tourism and digital tourism is also becoming a phenomenon nowadays. So how do you think that the digital tourism and virtual tourism can make a difference and can promote the tourism in today's era, especially the post-COVID, as well as in the digital era we are living in, how they can be helpful?
So it's another $1 million question, because what I see that the society has been stuck somewhere. You have seen that people are living in their homes and they have been isolated. No matter what position someone have, what condition someone have, but these are the barriers now. So we have to see that how these things we could tackle in a timely manner, because it's very important. As you said, that's a digital and virtual. So even I have seen that this kind of gap have been filled, because virtual and physical are something, it's not much difference now. No difference is that how people are spending time at their homes. While people are staying at home, definitely they have been isolated. They have a limit to the life. So limit of life mean limit of activities, limit of their activities. So all these things are really, we need to focus them. And I think that it's very important that, again, the media should, play a role, that they should, design some programs as Discover Pakistan is focusing, that how they could, tell to the people how Pakistan is beautiful. So people should focus. So they should come out from that situation and from that, thinking, which is, people are thinking that they are in a very critical situation. But this critical situation can be eliminated if the media is playing a role. And both these things are very important. I think that we need to handle it.
Mr. Amar Ali, let me add a little bit to Mr. Kazmi's elaboration that now sometimes people ask me how we can help Discover Pakistan to promote the tourism, or how we can promote the tourism just generally. What I tell them always that you have your mobile with you. Everybody has the mobile. So wherever you go, whichever country you are, we are talking about just beyond borders at the moment. We are talking about the industry. So everyone, wherever we go, when we see something beautiful, when we see something really, something amazing, we should make a small video, and we become, everyone is a media representative that time with their mobile, with their device. And just upload that with your comments, with your thoughts. That would definitely help the industry around the globe. What do you say, Mr. Ali?
I feel media is the one tool who can really bring the tourism to Pakistan and let the other world find out that how beautiful is our country, how good is our country, how friendly are the people. We have a very good sense of hospitality. If you come over to Pakistan, we will really welcome you. So I feel we must make some more efforts in this era. I mean, this of course is being excellent, but we have to pass more good message to all over the world through virtual and through media.
Perfect. Mr. Mohammed Kamran.
During COVID, due to certain restriction, travel was so difficult for people to go at different places. So the virtual tourism was the only resource that if you want to enjoy the beautiful scenic, depending on your interest. If somebody is interested in archaeology, if somebody is interested in heritage, and somebody is interested in museum, according to their interest, they will have a lot of data in the shape of still images or 360-degree images, and then short videos where they can enjoy their preferable destination. Also, we see different museums are adopting this tool very regularly. If you go to certain destination, you will have those instruments, those technology, and standing in one place, you can have a visit to every place. Even adding to those still images or little short clips, you can have different music, voiceover, different captions. And at the end of the day, I believe that if you cannot travel, especially as you said, beyond the border or somewhere, then you have another option that still sitting at your home through this digital media, through this virtual tourism, you can still enjoy your favorite destinations.
Great. Mr. Iqra.
Dr. Kamran said it so eloquently. Virtual tourism is basically a new name for fantasy. Back in the days, we used to fantasize about places. What did the place look like? The storytellers used to go abroad in different places and come back with stories, and listeners would fantasize about it and dream about going there one day. The virtual tourism has taken it to a next level, a level above and beyond that. Now you can actually make yourself present in that situation. You can actually feel it. You can hear the noise of the birds. You can actually smell the flowers through virtual tourism. So virtual tourism, digital tourism has a huge responsibility to actually make room in the hearts of those wannabe or potential visitors and tourists. If you utilize properly, if you utilize professionally, this can make a tremendous impact in Pakistan's tourism industry. And I think the initiation of channels like Discover Pakistan is just the tip of the iceberg. There should be a lot of more work to be done. Dr. Kesser, I think you, in days to come, you will be remembered as a pioneer in this industry. I can guarantee you that.
My third question would be, since the international cross-border tourism has its handicaps due to COVID-19, what do you think the media and the governments around the world should do to promote domestic tourism?
I think that Discover Pakistan and other media outlets as well, they could help people that in this situation they could be happy. I think this is very important thing, that in this grave situation, while people are isolated, or they are staying at home, so I think that new philosophy has emerged in media, and this new philosophy is the I think that's most important to create an environment and to create a good thing for the tourism as well. At the cross-border tourism and domestic tourism, I think that it's an opportunity that God has created, that people are not much focusing in their homelands, and they are not looking at to their own resources of happiness. So they may have an opportunity that they could move within their country, within the intercities even, inter-provinces. So cross-border, when we talk about that, it's very hard now because SOPs are very high and other nations are not accepting even the tourists. So this is a golden opportunity for our people and other nations as well. They should explore some opportunities. They should explore something which could help a nation to feel great.
Perfect. I think I would like to add one thing. So I would like to throw some statistics. Pakistan's domestic tourism, even the handicaps of COVID, it has gone at least 400-500% is more than previous years. So these are the numbers. I think, Mr. Ikra and Dr. Kamran, these numbers I think can be seen in every country because people are not moving around, they are not taking risks to go abroad. So this is the best time, the right time for domestic tourism to promote. And of course, the media responsibility is also, whichever country the media belongs to, that's their responsibility that they promote. They take this as an opportunity, as Mr. Cosmi said, and they should promote the domestic tourism. Mr. Amar Ali.
We never paid any attention in the past for the tourism. For the people who living in Punjab, if they are going beyond the Murray Hills, it was not as easy as in the past. Now it's more easier. So what we need to discover, being Pakistani, being the locals, we by ourselves have never discovered all over Pakistan. We never know where is a Balochistan, what is a tourist spot. There are a lot of tourism spots in Balochistan, but we couldn't discover it, we couldn't find it because nobody provided us the right image. So we should have a media policy who is highlighting us, okay, there is a spot, there is a place, you can go there, you can have this kind of facility, and this is very viable, this is very worth to visit that area. What I get to know that this government is really emphasizing on tourism, and if I'm not wrong in my words, that what I get to know is that the government want to put 1 trillion rupee to develop the tourism industry for coming few years. So that's something very important. First, you let the Pakistanis to see the Pakistan. Is that the Pakistan is really beautiful? Then you can attract the cross-border tourism. That is very important.
Great, thank you. Dr. Kamran, you are the consultant to the Chief Minister of Gilgit-Baltistan, the most visited place in Pakistan. They compare it to the Europe, to various other countries, and we, out of our passion, we always say this is the best part of the world. Do you see any growth in that area, particularly nowadays, because people are not going out of country? and I have seen that lots of flights are going, started also new flights going to Gilgit-Baltistan now. So would you please enlighten us on this?
As Mr. Kazmi said, that if you cannot travel outside, don't worry. We have more than enough resources, we have more than enough facilities, we have more than enough destinations to take care of you. So you have a chance to come and explore even Gilgit-Baltistan.
Great. I would like to just add to what Dr. Kamran said. I learned that, Mr. Igra, this is like the most beautiful thing, that when the room went, as Dr. Kamran said, the 4,000 rooms, they are not enough. The people, I learned that the hospitality of Gilgit-Baltistan, and it's all over Pakistan, the reflection you can see, that the people have opened their doors for the visitors. They have said, just come in, live with us, stay with us, eat with us. This is what they have done. Isn't this brilliant? You know?
Yes, absolutely.
It's never been seen anywhere in the world.
Absolutely,
Please.
absolutely. I had the opportunity to meet with the CM of GB, Khalid Saib, and I found out he's even more passionate than us. He's originally from GB, of course, learned person, been around. He knows what sells and what does not sell. In this era, when everybody feels claustrophobic because of COVID-19, they don't have too many options to go around. I think Pakistan is in a unique situation. We don't have that many museums like Europe, like West, where people are feeling deprived because the museums are shut down. Pakistan does not have those kind of brick and mortar facilities that Western world has, and people are missing on. No, we are blessed with the natural beauty. The mountains are still open year round, whether COVID or no COVID. Mountains are open. People love to go. Nature wants to welcome people to come there and see the beauty it beholds. And I think the domestic tourism industry just needs a little bit of push from the local government and the national government, just to make sure to facilitate the approach, the access to those wonderful areas which are worth seeing.
Great. I would go to my last question now. How effectively Discover Pakistan TV channel is playing its role in promoting the tourism of Pakistan? And in your opinion, every country should have dedicated TV channel to promote its tourism or not? What do you say about it?
Discover Pakistan is discovering new ways of life. And I think these are very pleasant ways. People should feel it. And I believe that this example will move other nations, how they could bring new perspective to their nation. At this time, so many barriers, so many challenges, but Discover Pakistan is not only facing those challenges, even they are making people's life easy. So I think so.
Mr. Amar Ali.
Yes, in my idea that it's not only Discover Pakistan is trying to show the people to travel around or the good image of Pakistan, but also you have engaged the culture together with this one. And culture means it's an industry, like our cottage industry, our cultural industry. So it's, I must say, it's not, it will help only to promote the tourism, but it's also helping to develop the cultural activities and the cultural industry. All over the world, the tourism industry and the cultural industry is always engaged. It cannot be like separate. So what I see very positive in this channel, that the same time you are focusing on the tourism, at the same time you are also focusing on the cultural activities, which is very important for the economy.
Dr. Kamran, please.
I guess, Dr. Saab, it was long due. One part I always say, it's the governments who has to facilitate about each destination, who has to let people know what are the destinations, but it's the media role, or especially the electronic media role, to let people know what is there so they can go and they can watch and they can enjoy. I guess Discover Pakistan was the need of the time. It's rightly on time when tourism industry is growing. Government, especially this Prime Minister Imran Khan, he is putting tourism in his top priorities. He's always talking about it, And this is the right time when Discover Pakistan came into an action.
Mr. Iqra.
Fantastic. I will compare Discover Pakistan channel and the effort to the Discovery channel that we have in sci-fi. For the Pakistani diaspora and the Pakistanis living in here, this is a unique thing. This is never done before. And I really applaud your effort for that. You're taking a huge risk by doing this. You must be very patriotic. You must be very passionate about this thing. You must believe in it. And I believe with your team and your effort. And Dr. Kesser, like I said earlier, congratulations for being the pioneer in this field.
Thank you so much. I think we all agree, all the panelists, as you all heard, we all agree that media is power, and this power can be used positively, and this media power can be used to promote nation's tourism, which is a huge industry for almost every country wherever it lays on the earth, wherever that country belongs to, wherever that country is on, whichever the map of the world the country is on. This is the tourism is the biggest industry, is a huge industry, and the media can definitely play a great role in promoting the tourism of the country. Another thing which I think we have discussed, that still we are under the COVID-19. Globally, the virus is not gone yet. What we need to do is we still need to follow the SOPs. As we have all discussed, all the panelists, we are sitting together only because we all are vaccinated. We all take care of our SOPs completely. So therefore, that's why we are sitting here. And one more thing I would like to say, that you see the virtual our set which we have used. This is Pakistan, which we are representing here today. This is the beautiful Pakistan. As you can see, the lake behind us. That's why we use this particular virtual set. So everyone, all the viewers can see the beauty of the country. They can see how the media at every step, the media can promote the tourism of their country. And this is what we were here today to discuss. At the end, I would like to thank you, Global Tourism Forum, to provide us a platform to discuss the tourism of Pakistan, to discuss the media role for tourism of every country, and to discuss the tourism industry globally. Thank you very much.